really good weekend for boxing, for combat sports in general, because I did see the UFC clips and those were pretty brutal and some pretty awesome knockouts on there too. So we can even talk about those. As always, I'm just going to give people the time and the chance to get in here before I start talking about it. That way we can all talk about it. Drinking some beer as always. But yes, I want to know what you guys thought about the fight. Oh, holy poop. Let me tell you, let me know what you guys thought about the fights because it was like a whole Puerto Rico thing on Top Rank last night. And pretty much all the Puerto Ricans came through with the exception of Adorno, who I believe the older one or I don't know which one is which. But one of them had a draw with Ortiz, which was a really, really good competitive fight. And the draw is very much uh, for this fight, it kind of made sense. So I'm not mad about the draw there, but that's the only Puerto Rican that I guess didn't win because it was more like a draw. And obviously, Pitufo Diaz fell short with Navarrete, even though I felt like he gave Navarrete a really good run for his money. Some people are saying it's because of Navarrete's knee issue. Um, there was talks that he had knee problems, and that's why he was wearing the knee band, whatever they call it. So I don't know. I don't know, but I would want to know what you guys thought about Navarrete. Do you guys think anybody beats him at 126? Do you guys think he should move up to 130? Of course, we would all like to see him against Gary Russell. Maybe even Los Santa Cruz if Los Santa Cruz decides to go back down to 126. But what's fucked up is that we might not get to see those fights because of the usual PBC versus top rank bullshit that, the boxing politics, I don't know. It just feels like that's shit. But I would love to see Navarrete against Ray Vargas, against Santa Cruz, against Gay Russell. But again, all of them being with PBC, I feel like that's not going to facilitate that. And we might not even get that going at all. So maybe he will move up to 130. And, Top Rank has a lot of people at 130 that they compare him with. And I feel like that's going to be the next thing that he's going to do. Hi, Jesus. How are you? Gary? Who's Gary? Oh, Gary Russell. I like, wait. Yeah, Gary Russell. I feel like I would love to see him against Gary Russell. Hello, King Skies. How are you? I think Gary Russell would give Navarrete problems because, his style, his speed, and Navarrete is slow as fuck, man. Navarrete is really slow and he has zero defense, right? Um, so I feel like that would be a really good match to see how Navarrete would do, right? Mr. Money Team. I love the LRB uh Avi. That's really cool. But I would love to see Gay Russell. The fucked up thing is, again, because of those politics in boxing, that's what sucks. But Gay Russell, I feel like would give Navarrete, a fucking boxing lesson. But it's also intriguing to feel how Navarrete would do with his long ass fucking arms. And I'm telling you guys, looking at Navarrete, like if you didn't know who he was and somebody just played you tape on him, not even like his knockouts, not even like when he's winning, just like tape of him in the ring. Like not even his knockouts, not his highlight reel, like just tape on him. Would you look at that guy and be like, that guy looks like a two-division world champ? Fuck no. You'd be like, look at this fucking sloppy ass Mexican. Like you would not think that he's a world champ. Right? But his reach always seems to get him the victories, his reach and his power. Because his chin seems to be pretty good because Pitufo landed some good ass shit on him. And you could tell he was getting tired at the end and he was getting popped really clean, but he still won. And yes, he does definitely need technique, most definitely. But so far, I feel like because he hasn't needed to rely on technique, then he doesn't really give a fuck about that. You know what I mean? Oh, that's good, Jesus. Hi, Addy Boxing Talk. How are you? Did you guys watch the UFC too? Because I know people are going crazy on the timeline with that. Barrera versus Hamed is coming to Navarrete. Bro, imagine. I just want to see him tested because yes, Pitufo did give him that work, did land some pretty good fucking shots against Navarrete. But again, it feels like Navarrete is just like this. really hardcore dude who was just gonna have a good chin because he was getting caught with some good stuff. He really was. Jesus says Navarrete is estado even through critics. Yeah, I feel like we saw some of the footage where he goes like, "Look, yes, I know I'm being criticized for this, but I haven't lost. I mean, he has losses, like, I think early in his career, but he has never been knocked out or nothing. So he's like, I've never been hurt. I never been dropped. I never been any of this. So, like, for now, the criticisms, it doesn't matter. And I honestly don't think that it's going to take somebody dropping him. I think it's just going to take, like, somebody coming over here and, like, outboxing him, like, typical, you know, just power to getting outboxed and getting beat by, pure boxers. So maybe Gary Russell, Shakur Stevenson, that's a weird situation there because Shakur Stevenson did vacate the title after Navarrete had already came up. And there's rumors that he was supposed to be his mandatory. Some say it wasn't. I don't know if it was his mandatory or not, but I do know that he did vacate after Navarrete came up. I don't like to like be like, oh, this person got ducked. Like that's not my thing. I don't like that shit. It's weird as fuck. But like it's a really that fight could have happened too. That's why I feel like Navarrete might just if he can't get all the fighters on PBC side, which is Ray Vargas, which is um Gay Russell, Santa Cruz. The Santa Cruz comes back down to 126. Then he's just gonna move up to 130, right? Move up to 130, and the top ranked stable has most of the decent, good fucking 130s. And I feel like he's gonna be able to just make more fights there than even try to get some fights with PBC. Pitufo didn't punch with him enough, but that's because he was scared of the counter punchers. Mr. 118 said Ruben Villa. Yes, I really like Ruben Villa. Ruben Villa, when I found out he was challenging for a title, I'm like, okay, cool. Like this little kid might have a chance, but he's too green, like he fought in very local Thompson cards, which are usually good cards, but you can tell that they're cards to make them, gain experience and kind of just club fights that are going to benefit them at the end of the day. So Ruben Villa, I feel like he needed a little bit more actual tough fights in order to properly take on Navarrete. And he did get dropped, but he went the distance. So yeah, you're right. Even he couldn't outbox Navarrete, but I think Gary Russell could if he wasn't fighting guys we got a box wreck every fucking time, once a year. Yes, I think so too. But Mexicans are like they're kind of just more like, well, we're brawlers, leave us alone. Like we're just gonna do that and fuck it. Jazz says Navarrete is a fan fave. He should. Yeah, well, this is what's gonna, this is what has gotten him like a really good crowd, especially with Top Rank. Bob Arum loves Navarrete. He's been loving him, right? Since he fucked up Dog Bay, right? So I feel like everybody's on the Navarrete high. I don't blame anybody. Like he's pretty good. Um, Mr. Money Team says Navarrete's underrated. His skills are good, but in an awkward way. See, and that's the way everybody describes him. Awkward. Like he's just. I think Dan Canabia tweeted like Marge, like swinging, dancing, and she's like, "This is Navarrete," and it's true. Like Navarrete just he doesn't care. If he's coming at you like wide the fuck open, but his reach is gonna make him land, and that's a huge flex when you think about it. Like that's a huge fucking flex for a dude to just come at you like with no fucking defense, like that. Like, and he doesn't care if you land some on him because he's gonna fuck you up anyway. Because again, Pitufo landed some good shit, but he made him pay for it. Um, Navarrete would. Oh, you think Navarrete would whip Kerry Russell? I think it'd be a really good, interesting fight. I would love to see it, but we probably won't see it. Addie says Shakur Stevenson had already that what? Had already said that he was moving up to 130 for Navarrete to move to 126. Yeah, even now Shakur Stevenson's already talking about possibly moving up too. So everybody in the top rank, I feel like they like to just whatever's easiest for them, other than like maybe trying to negotiate a fight. Like instead of negotiating a fight with somebody out on the outside, they'd rather move up. But Shakur Stevenson's been very vocal about the fact that people in his own side of the street won't even want to fight him. He threw dirt at Valdez. He threw shade on Jamal Herring, right? Like he's very yes, he's been very vocal about about all that. Miguel's in the house. Miguel, hello. How are you? The face of boxing Twitter, Amir Khan. Amir Khan loves Top Rank. He loves Top Rank. Like Miguel is Top Rank's number one fan. A little birdie told me. Villa no defense. Well, yeah, because he had again you know, he was like a it. Yes, he's very talented, and yes, I feel like he was one of the more talented guys over at the Thompson Boxing Stable. But those club fights don't really prepare you for the level of opposition that is Navarrete. Like right away, that motherfucker has hands. I am not Puerto Rican. Yo soy de México. Soy mexicana. Navarrete is entertaining, but improve. He does need to improve, most definitely. I love that Navarrete fights very often. Like that, I do like. I like that he is a very busy fighter. Obviously, people like don't really give a fuck about the lower weight classes, Miguel. But I do enjoy that he does fight often because yes, he makes some pretty fucking entertaining fights. And again, hopefully, we get to see him against other champions. Hopefully, because I just want to see motherfuckers unify. Like that should be everybody's goal, but it isn't. They just rather whatever. They just rather do whatever's easier for them. Like I'll just move up and do this instead. Jesus Shakir's defense will not neutralize him and pick shots. Well, Shakir and if you guys saw the tweet, he's like, "Oh, I learned something about Navarrete today," and I think he was referring to the body shots, how Navarrete was very vulnerable to the body, and he was kind of complaining about the body shots. If you guys remember, he kept trying to like look at the ref and like make him feel like it was a low blow or I think Pitufo got deducted a point too, right? For like punching him in the back. Is that right? Like a kidney? To me, I'm like, that's fucking stupid. I didn't like that. I didn't like that ref. But yes, I wish he was a little bit more defensive, at least to the body, because you could tell the body shots were, bothering him. And of course, I don't like saying like, oh, he doesn't like body shots because who the fuck likes it to the body? I don't think anybody does. But there is some guys that are more vulnerable to body shots, such as Navarrete, as we noticed last night. Kovalev, right? Very vulnerable to the body. Keith Thurman, I'm sorry, Miguel, but Keith Thurman, you could tell that he does not like it to the body. So I feel like now Shakur Stevenson, even just watching this, is like, okay, right? So yes. So the check. Oh, I already saw that. Will you be at? I will be there. Yes, yes, yes. I don't think we're getting credentialed yet because of the like pandemic and the regulations, but only like really, really big media is getting in like ringside and stuff. But I will be there as a fan. So if you're there, like say hi. I'll be there as a fan. Yes, soy de Nayarit, tía. Nayarit as fuck. Do I have a boyfriend? Not. If not, how old are you? Those are two questions you don't ask people. That uppercut was nice. Oh yeah, yeah, the uppercut that dropped Pitufo. That was in the 12th round, right? I'm really mad at the ref because the ref was still counting and like letting him like continue. Basically, if his corner hadn't thrown in the towel or hadn't like stood in the corner like waving it off, the ref was gonna let that shit continue, and that did not sit right with me. I guess I mean I was a little mad at the corner too because they were taking, in my opinion, a little too long to stop the fight for their fighter. But it was Pitufo's last chance. We all knew that this is Pitufo's last chance at a title. So I feel like they were still kind of holding on to some hope, especially because Pitufo was catching Navarrete with some good stuff here and there. So I feel like they still had like kind of like a little bit of hope that maybe he would pull it off. But I'm so glad that at least they stopped it because god damn. Navarrete takes risks, and that's you got. Well, yeah, that's super fan friendly. That's as fan friendly as it gets. Not just my family, me too. I was born in Nayarit. Puro pinche Nayarit. Let's see. Triple G is very vulnerable to the. Well, I think we saw that with the Derevyachenko fight, but other than that, we haven't really seen Triple G hurt. Right? He was visibly uncomfortable when Derevyachenko landed that massive ass fucking hook to the body. that a lot of people feel like really hurt him, and then the ref got in the way or something like that, right? So that's the only time I've seen him like really, really like uncomfortable. Like you could see him like even crouching over, like Keith Thurman did against Pacquiao, Miguel. Right? That's how you know somebody like doesn't like it from the body. Uh, don't understand why boxers don't go to the body. See, Triple G, his biggest criticism in the first Canelo fight was like, why didn't he go to the body? Like, if he went to the body, maybe Canelo would have slowed down, blah, blah, blah. And then I think he only landed like eight, right? Eight shots to the body in the first fight. And I thought like in the second fight, Triple G would focus on the body and he landed two less. Like it was like six this time. And it's like, bro, that's like the thing they criticize Triple G the most on, and Abel Sanchez. Like, why do we go to the body? Go to the body, go to the body. And then do it. Not even the second fight. Like, what do we what? That shit was weird as fuck. I didn't like that very much. Have I been to Guayabitos? I do go to Guayabitos, but it's my least favorite because there's white people there. And I fucking hate going to like Nayarit and seeing white people. Like, I'm trying to leave the States and go to my rancho to like see people like me, not to see fucking güeros taking advantage of the location and like renting Airbnbs and shit, buying properties and making the fucking place be, more expensive for the locals. Like I don't fuck with that. That's why when I went to Vallarta, I did not like it. It was gentrified. There was a fucking McDonald's and a Starbucks there. I'm like, so I'm sorry if that sounds pretentious, but I cannot do like Guayabitos is probably like the biggest. Like it's not Nayarita's not like a touristy place. Like people don't go like, oh, let's go to Nayarit this summer, right? No one says that. But Guayabitos is so beautiful that like people is like a low key spot for someone. But I just don't want to. I just don't want to see white people. Like I'm trying to fucking leave. Stop this Thurman slander. I'm just using him as an example. I'm always in TJ. I'm always in TJ. I go to Playas de Tijuana a lot. And Ensenada, which also a bunch of fucking white people who buy property over there and rent it to the locals or like to people visiting and then shoot up the prices for the local people, which is terrible. But I love TJ. I'm in TJ like once a month. I go to Playas de Tijuana. Um and I go to like those little restaurants right there by Plaza Tijuana. It's really, really good. I didn't say I didn't like you guys. When did I say that? I just say I don't want to see you guys in my rancho, rising up the prices for the locals, for the indigenous people. Oh, Rosarito. See, I like going to Rosarito too, but same as previously stated. I gone to the fights in Rosarito, which is good, and I like the beaches there. I just don't like also like the tourism stuff. Like I'm not gonna pay extra like for drinks and stuff just because it's like a touristy place. But I do really like the more like local beaches. Navarrete versus Pitufo. Yeah, that was a really, really, really good fight, man. Like, you gotta give it to Pitufo, man. Like, poor guy. Those are the guys that like give you amazing fights, but they've never reached a championship, and they still deserve respect, right? Thank you, Jose Valadez. Thank you, Chicana. Love your boxing work. Well, I said boxing work. Who do you think has a higher ceilings, Berlanga or Sayas? Well, I think Sander Sayas has more of like a refined boxing style right now than Berlanga. Let's talk about Berlanga, guys. We have not talked about Berlanga, who lost his. Not only did he lose his first round knockout streak, but he went the whole fucking distance. This guy made him go the whole distance. That's crazy. Like it's crazy. I wasn't he was almost like knocking him out at the end of every round. Right? Like he was almost done knocking him out and then the bell will ring. So Berlanga is one of those guys that's like people either hate him or they love him because of that shock value that he knocks people out. And they put him in this card, the televised version of an ESPN card, televised not just on the plus, like this was also on ESPN because they were expecting another one round knockout, right? And he didn't deliver. And like that's I know, Miguel, you fell asleep. You fell asleep, Miguel. Um, yeah, like I Obviously Berlanga won every round, right? He dominated most of the fight, had the other guy hurt multiple times, but ultimately he didn't win by knockout. So maybe we shouldn't bring up Canelo right now. Maybe we shouldn't bring up Benavides right now because he definitely still has a lot to work on. I'm like, I like the kid. I don't hate him. I know a lot of people don't like him because he's cocky. And people are like, oh, he talks too much. I don't like him. But he let's see how the next fight goes up because power he definitely has it. He definitely has power. So I'm intrigued, right, by Berlanga, but I would chill on the mentioning like the top guys right now because that ain't it. We shouldn't do that. We shouldn't mention, we shouldn't do that. Let's not talk about Canelo when you're getting dropped in sparring by Lubin. So like let's not do that. Come and do a show. I get free fights. Come and do a show. A show where? Like in the at the fights? It probably for bet. Yeah, like I think it's like, and even he said at post fight, like it's weight off his shoulders. Like people are not really expecting him to do a first round knockout anymore. No, he actually got the rounds in because he got rounds in. Like he won the distance. Like come on. Berlanga uses too much energy on power, needs more jab, feint, more combo. See, and that's the thing. Like, he was definitely trying to still knock this guy out. And I think until he needs to take those things out of the toolbox, he's not going to show that he wants to jab and that he wants to move in the ring and that he wants to be elusive. He's not going to want to show any of that or even try to go that way in a fight when it's his power that gets him the views, is the power that gets him the fans, is the power that gets him those victories. So I feel like yes, I agree he does need speed, combos, all of that. But I think he's not going to want to work on that until he feels like those are the things why he isn't winning. You know what I mean? I think this guy that he fought yesterday just had a really good chin and was, he was not gonna be that guy that was gonna get knocked out. I think that guy's gonna like live that shit up. He's gonna be that guy that's like, you know what? At least I didn't get knocked the fuck out by you. And I think his PR person on Twitter like posted it last night. She's like, oh, not only did he not get knocked out, but he went the full distance. And they take that like as a fucking huge like accomplishment, which good for them, like because yeah, like that guy was basically a sacrificial lamb. Like that guy was supposed to be Berlanga's big fucking first round knockout on televised ESPN, not just on ESPN Plus. Like that was supposed to be the sacrificial lamb. And not only did he not get knocked out, they went the fucking distance. So yes. What do you think of? I think he's really good. I think he should wait maybe one or two more fights to face the champions. But very, very bright kid, very bright future, very hardworking kid. Like I do fuck with Virgil Ortiz a lot. I think he's a real deal. But I would chill on the champions right now. I think he should just keep fighting. Uh, you know, opposition that keeps getting better and better. And I think that's exactly what he's been doing. He's been taking an opposition that is only gonna, keep making him improve. And I think he should keep doing that. And there's no rush. He's like, what, like 22, 23? Like, there's no rush for him to be chasing titles. Because I think he will get one. But he should I think he shouldn't rush right into like a big fight with like Crawford or something. Like I'm not saying he isn't ready. I'm just saying he should like not rush it, if that makes any sense. Behind. Berlanga needs to touch punches. I think Berlanga just needs to like not just headhunt, if that makes any sense. But it was good that like he went to the body. I did see that he was going to the body for a bit, and I like that. His opponent got brag, I stopped the KO streak. I would put that shit on my bio. I'd be like, I didn't get knocked the fuck out. That'd be I stopped the KO streak. That should be his Twitter, Instagram, and on his resume. Like I just put that shit on my resume. Nicholson did catch Berlanga some good. Yeah, also to the body. Like he got him good, but I guess that also proved that Berlanga at least has a decent chin. I don't think Nicholson maybe he's not the heaviest handed motherfucker, but he did catch him with some good stuff. Who's going to the Canelo fight? I might not. I have a flight. I applied for credentials and I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get them. But oh my god, that undercard is not good, man. That undercard is not good. Have you guys seen that undercard? Because it's not good. I know like that other title fight that's probably like decent. But like you guys, I hate flying. Like I hate flying. And the turbulence to Texas, it's so bad. I'm having like panic attacks in the plane, like thinking I'm gonna die and shit. And I don't think I want to do that for this card. I think I'd rather wait until Canelo comes back to like Vegas, like usual. And I'm trying to go to like all the cards in Vegas and all the cards here at the Stub Hub because I literally live like 10 minutes away from the Stub Hub. Literally 10 minutes away. Like I graduated from that school. That's the Stub Hub is using my former university's parking lot. So it's right here. I want to go to that Vegas. I can drive. Drove to Vegas for uh I don't know. I drove to Vegas like 2 weeks ago, and that's easy as fuck. Or last week. Last week, I drove to Vegas last week, and it's easy. Texas, like fuck, dude. Like I have to fucking go over there and like not only do I have to endure a fucking flight that has like hella turbulence because it's only like a 2.5 hour flight or like almost 3 hours at worst like flight. So it does. I feel like the plane doesn't go like high because it's such a short flight, right? And that shit sucks. Like it sucks. And then like the Uber ride from like the Dallas airport out to Arlington or whatever, it's like $40. And then I have to like get a plane. It just feels like too much work. So as I might not go. I have the ticket. I mean, I have the plane ticket. I'm probably getting credentials. And I don't think I wanna go. I think I'm gonna message the zone people and be like, "Sorry, not this time. Maybe next time." But I do wanna go. I applied for the Haney and Linares one because again, that's here in Vegas. I just like the turbulence is not worth that undercard. Tell me what you're excited about in that card besides just Canelo and Billy Joe. I feel kind of like offended. Like you guys should have at least a better fucking undercard than that. Like I know Canelo's the main event and he's all the attraction you need, but come the fuck on. Like at least one other fucking good fight. God damn it. And see, if Canelo was still with Golden Boy, then we would have got like really good cards under because at least for us in California, because we like and are very familiar uh with the people that are usually in Canelo undercards or even like with Texas. All the guys from Golden Boy are from Texas too. You got Hector Tanahara. What the fuck happened to that guy, by the way? Wasn't he supposed to fight Mercito Gesta? I just remember that. But yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think about that undercard for Canelo? Are you guys going to Canelo BJ Saunders? Change my mind. Fuck it. Tell me, hey Lily, just come. You can stay at my house. Or hey, come, I'll buy you a beer. And I'll probably be like, okay. Uh, What's good? Hi, how are you? Adi Boxing Talk says, what do you think of Garcia pulling out? See, I am conflicted about this because as someone who is like very, very mentally ill, like I have very bad anxiety, depression, and I get it, I get sometimes you just feel like you'd rather not even like exist or you'd rather not even like just put effort into anything. So I get that. In that aspect, I get Ryan Garcia and I get that maybe he just doesn't feel 100% to be, taking on such a big test because Fortuna is not a fucking walk in the park. In my opinion, Fortuna is more of a big challenge than Luke Campbell. And that's how it's supposed to be, right? You're supposed to improve every single time on an opponent at least. So I can see why Ryan Garcia was like, look, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Like, I'm not 100% right now, and I'm not training, and I'm not feeling myself. I'm not going to put my life on the line because that's what boxers do, right? People die in the ring. Be like, I get that, but I also feel like I mean, see, it's hard to say because you when it comes to your mental health, you have to be selfish, right? You have to take care of yourself. But also it just feels like, man, fuck, man, poor Fortuna. Like he's supposed to fight all these guys. He was supposed to fight Linares. He was supposed to fight Haney, and all these fights just keep fucking up for him. I feel like he deserves. I feel like he should just be the mandatory and face whoever wins from Linares and uh Haney, regardless. Right? But so I good for Ryan on being transparent and being like, look, I'm not at 100%. look, my mental health is not the best. But let's also be thankful that because he has money, he has resources to take care of that. You know, like when you have money, you can have therapy. When you have money, you can book vacation trips. You have money, there's less stress on you because you have money. So I just hope that like I don't know. I don't know. I just hope he does better. You know, like I hope he gets better and that he fights for Tuna regardless when he comes back. I don't know. Right now I just saw his girlfriend posted that they were like at a beach. Maybe they're in Hawaii. I don't know. But his girlfriend just posted that they were like somewhere. Let me show you. So yeah, his girlfriend just posted like they were somewhere. So they're like hella Christian. Y'all know this. So that's his girlfriend's Instagram. They're like in Hawaii or something. God damn, why is it so fucking blurry? Yeah, they're like in the ocean. That's his wife that he cheated on when she was pregnant, or she had just had the baby or something. But yeah, so good for him. You know, he's out taking care of his mental health. Props to him, but please, like, it's just it's Andy Reese is looking good. Yes, he is, and he's skinny again. He's skinny. I am not driving 20 hours to Texas. I no, that's not happening. I'm not doing that. No, I'll drive to Vegas, which is like 4.5 hours, five at most. No, the most I've driven to is Phoenix. That was like 6 hours. I'll drive to Phoenix. I'll drive to Vegas. More than I'm not driving more than 5, 6 hours. No, no, thank you. Gracias. Mark Castro. Yeah, yeah, yeah. He just made his pro debut. I think he has what, 3 fights now? 3 fights, right? So yeah, I mean he's from your hometown. What, Fresno? He's from Fresno, right? Mark Castro's from Fresno or somewhere in that area, right? I am going to tell Ramirez I'm not getting credentialed. I already know because they told us that like only televised media is getting credentialed because the venue is so fucking small and they are only selling like 1,300 tickets, which to me is like, so I'm gonna try to get a ticket and go, but it just seems like it's shitty that I might not even get a ticket because they're so limited. And this is like kind of sad because it's like this is a unification. This is not only a unification, it's like two guys who literally earned this fucking shit. Like they earned their belts the real way, right? These guys have been defending their belts. They unified. These are two fighters, Ramirez and Taylor, who have done everything right. They won the title, they have defended it with really good opposition, and they unified with really good opposition, right? Like, obviously, because the other guys were champions too. Like, this is as good as it gets when you talk about how boxing should be, right? And it's number one and number two, however you want to fucking put them, one above the other, doesn't matter. Like, these guys are doing it, and like, no one cares. And no offense, but Top Rank has not been doing really good, like on promoting it either. I don't know when they're gonna start. Maybe because they didn't have a venue before, and now they do. So maybe now they're gonna start promoting it better. But man, like this is such a good fight, and I want to be there for it. And Top Rank has had like really good undercards lately. Like I mean, I'm not like a promotion. Oh, I like this better. But Top Rank has had like really good explosive undercards. So I'm super down to drive to Vegas and do that. I hope I get a ticket because I don't think we're not getting credentialed. Like we're not getting credentialed. So I really would love to get a ticket to that. But eh, I don't. I mean, it's a possibility that Ryan could be all talk. But again, as someone who has mental illness myself, like I don't. I would hope nobody jokes around that shit. That shit sucks. I agree for Tuna's a prom. I That's what it sucks, like it literally feels like the kid just doesn't get any fucking luck, and he needs to get cut a break. Someone pointed out how we haven't seen Ryan in the gym with Canelo and Reese. That's probably not even training. Yeah, he probably wasn't. He probably really wasn't because it's true. We haven't seen him. We haven't seen him at all. and Canelo had been training. Ruiz is in the gym, and it's usually, when Ryan's there, he wants to be up Canelo's asshole all the time, like just right there. So I just feel like that is suspicious. You did, I hadn't even noticed that, but that's true. He has not been there, so he's probably not feeling 100%. Also, guys, he had a baby. Sorry, I'm drinking beer. He has his baby. Like, I'm pretty sure when I think when the first fight fell through with Campbell, like because Campbell got COVID or something like that, he had just had the baby. So he had talked about how he was kind of sad that he like didn't spend time with the baby because was preparing for the Campbell fight. And then the Campbell fight had him, we moved back anyway. So that's also like, as someone who's also a parent, that's also feels like, hey, like I've been giving up time with my child. Like I have a 2 year old. I think his other baby just turned 2. And then this one, it was born and he had to like be in camp. So I feel like he feels like, hey, like I have not even been able to enjoy my children. Like I have not even been able to be with my children because I'm in camp and he's young. And I feel like maybe he's like, wait, let's take a break and let me be with my children. Like let me have like a good time with them, and then let me go back and see what's up with that. What's up with the fighting world? For two number of a challenge, most definitely, yeah. And even after the Campbell fight, I feel like the Linares fight will still intrigue me, but we'll see. Um, we'll see. Saludos, Lawrence. Saludos, muchos saludos. Thank you. Oh my God, I hadn't seen you in a while. Thank you so much. I hadn't seen you. Where have you been, Jay Cooley? You used to always be here. Where you been? ¿Cómo estás? How are you? I do watch Robert Garcia Unfiltered. I watch it on my fucking TV right here, my big TV. It's not even that big, it's only 50 inches. But I love watching Robert Garcia Unfiltered because it's like a little reality show recap on like what like is going on in their gyms, and they have like honest opinions about like other shit going on in boxing. So I do recommend that. I really do like that. I don't know, but apparently all of their up and coming shows are going to be there. It's called the Virgin Hotel, which I had never heard of it. It's in Las Vegas. I think they just they just opened it. And it's funny because it's called the Virgin Hotel, right? So someone made like a joke talking about like, oh, so Top Rank is gonna pop its event cherry. And I know it sounds dumb, but it's funny as fuck. Yeah, it's a Virgin Hotels Las Vegas. I had never seen it, but it's in Las Vegas. Apparently, I didn't know. I didn't even know. But yeah, so it's gonna be like, I don't even know if it's in the Strip. I don't even know if it's on the Strip actually. But like I mean, I just don't know why it's in such a small. Why it? I guess because of the pandemic, and you still gotta follow like pandemic protocols and stuff. It's not on the Strip. It's like on the side. It's not in the Strip. That's crazy. So it's not even gonna. Oh wait, hold on. No, it's like to the side of the Strip. It's like a little off from the Strip. That's crazy. So yeah, it's not gonna be in the Strip. Mm. Oh shit. I'm sorry, you guys. Again, as always, I need a moderator or something because I see like there's some comments that YouTube doesn't show me for some reason. So if I don't show your comment, it's not because I don't want to read it. It's because YouTube censored it for some reason. Hasta Ramirez Vecelo would be full capacity. No, no, I don't think so. Mm-mm. Only in Texas. There. Do you guys see my cat? Look at this cute motherfucker. You guys see him? He is knocked the fuck out. Look at his hands. He's like this. No, it's not. So I'm pretty sad about that. I don't know why it's such gonna be in such a small venue. It makes me sad because like you would think that like again, this is such a huge fight, good fight that you would think they would like just go all out. I do not watch it, but I do see it on the timeline. And last night that they had some really good knockouts, and I'm glad that the Trump supporter got slept. That's always fun. That's always fun. Miguel says Vegas would be like only. I know. I can't believe it. Like, what do they expect? Like, I feel like half of that is for like the fighters and their family. The fighters and the family and like the people that are like involved with the fighters. You know what I mean? Because what the fuck? Like I'm just like, please, like I need to get a ticket. I need to message Evan and be like, hey, you follow me on Twitter. Can you like make sure I at least get a fucking ticket? Like I'll pay you, obviously. Like I'm not looking for any free shit. But I do want to be there, you know? I when you going to I've only been to RGBA twice, and that was to see the first time it was to interview Mikey Garcia before his fight with Easter Jr. And it was really cool. I saw him spar Virgil, which was like a really good fucking thing, cool thing to see. Um and then the second time I went because Virgil and his dad invited me to go see his camp. Um and it was really cool. Like it was a cool experience. I get like I hesitate to ask people to go see their gym because I know that like girls and women get like a bad rep being like around boxers. There's always rumors. I always hear rumors about like this girl did this and this girl supposedly doing that. And I hate when people tell me that shit because I'm like, that's probably not even true. Like they just say shit like that about like women just because they'll be like in positions where they'll be next to boxers and it'll be like, oh, she must be fucking them or something. You guys should check my comments just on those interviews. Like on my interview with Virgil, people were like, oh, like they fucked it. Like that's fucking crazy. Like that's a child. Like I am old. And that's just weird. Like I just don't like those like assumptions right away. So I really do hesitate on telling people, can I come to the gym? Can I do this? Because and then I can also understand when maybe like, I mean, Garcia has never, been rude to me or anything, but I would hate for him to think like I'm just there to like be some groupie bitch or something. Like I don't like that, So I kind of just that's why I go through the fighters and tell them like, hey, like can I interview you and shit like that because I don't know, it's weird. I don't know if it makes sense, but I just I might once also like because of the COVID stuff. Look at my cat, he's so cute. Oh my god, look at him. Oh, look at him. Look at him. Oh my god. Maybe after the COVID stuff, because yeah, that was also a thing right now. That's like I'm not gonna be like, hey, can I come into the gym? Because I'm pretty sure they're in their own bubble and shit. Only like the people, because the fighters live there. Like Robert Garcia has a big ass rancho with like the gym, which is like basically like a huge garage, and then they have like a house right there where the fighters stay when the fighters are in camp. So I'm pretty sure they have their own little bubble, right? Where they're right there by themselves. So an outsider coming, like I feel like they'll be like, hey, like let's not invite someone into our gym when there's like COVID going on. So yeah, maybe after COVID, I could like go and slide into their DMs and be like, hey, so can I come? Y'all seen that shit? Said pack sign side of the deal, but Crawford ain't. Oh, I didn't know that. Who said that? When was this? I didn't know that. Taylor versus Ramesh should have been in T-Mobile Arena. Yes, but I think because of COVID, it isn't, and that's good that they're not waiting for like because a lot of fighters are doing that. Like, oh, we'll just wait till COVID's over to like fight. So good for them, but fuck, I'm trying to like really fucking do this. I'm trying to like have be back to normal. I got my first vaccine. I'm getting the second one next Friday. So let us pray that people get the vaccine and we can get the world going again. I just need to ask, why is Napoleon so lazy in the background? He's just trying to steal my thunder. He's like, no, I'm too cute. Like, oh my goodness. Let me see if I can call him. Napoleon. Napoleon. He just makes his tail go like this. Napoleon. Napoleon. No, he gone. He gone. Miguel number one mod. I know Miguel should fucking be my moderator. I can be somebody needs to be my moderator because I don't know why comments don't show up on my feed sometimes. Moderator Miguel, I like the sound of that. You should put that on your bio. Moderator or make it moderator. Hi, humble Leon. How are you? What's up, Waylon Padilla? How are you? What do you think of this weekend? Hello. Oh, I can't pronounce. I don't know how that's pronounced. But hello. I would definitely hit on. Oh, thank you. I guess I appreciate it. No, that's good. I try not to, but it's just weird, like I don't because I fight. So like if I hear that shit from someone, I will fight them, and I'm not trying to fight people and get arrested. Um, I'm not trying to fight somebody. But it's okay. It was weird. And now I regret this, but there was like a big fight going on in Texas last year before the pandemic. I think like early February, I think. And they had asked me, someone messaged me and he's like, "Hey, where are you?" And I'm like, "Oh no, I can't. Like I didn't go. I didn't apply for credentials. I had never been to Texas back then." And they're like, "Well, come. Like my trainer will pay for it because they like the way that you interviewed me. So just come. Like we'll pick a plane ticket right now and just come. Like choose a flight and we'll buy it for you and then you can stay in a room here. Like it's fine. My trainer said so." And I'm like, it sounded like a joke and I'm like, no, like that's like stop playing. And they're like, "No, seriously, like just pick a flight. Like you could stay here." And I'm like, and I didn't do it because I was scared of like people thinking that because I'm staying with them or like around them in the perimeter of like their rooms, that they would be like rumors that, oh, she must have fucked them. That's why she's right there. Or that's why she's in that position. So that's why I didn't go. And then now I think about it and I'm like, damn, that was a stupid ass bitch move. Like I should have gone. Like, who cares? I was stupid. But now I would do it if they invited me again. Uh Ellie is always there. Yeah, he is. I think he has like it's like his reality show too at the RGBA. So good for him. He has all the access. Por algo le tienen confianza. Like so good for him. Am I going to tank? Is that going to be in Texas too? I'll apply for it. The thing is that like right now, people are not really getting credentialed unless they're like huge channels, and I'm not a huge channel, right? I don't have a huge platform, so I don't know. I want to go, but like I don't want to like keep spending money to travel other places. If it was in Vegas or here in LA, I don't gotta travel. I'll just pay a ticket. But over there, I have to travel. I have to pay airplane. I have to pay Ubers. I have to pay a hotel. Like it's just a lot. A lot of extra expenses. That's why I'm like, I'll just rather wait till like shit comes back to LA and shit comes back to Vegas. That way, I can like keep attending all this stuff. I would not hate you. I am nice. Alabama? Will Wilder be in attendance? Dude, I just realized Wilder has not fought. Didn't he have a fight lined up with someone? Wilder? What happened to that? I didn't. That's a lie. Why would it be in Alabama? Why would it be over there? Why the fuck would it be in Alabama? How you grade? Like the undercard? I mean, it shouldn't be pay per view. I'm gonna tell you right now. Like that should not be pay per view. But they're doing it so that Ruiz and so Arreola could get like one last paycheck before getting retired. Um, eh. That's why I tell people like if you're in the area, you might as well fucking go to the venue instead of paying. You know what I mean? Like I wouldn't pay for the pay per view. Just go to the arena. You might as well just go to the fucking arena. Hold on, my mom messaged me. Oh, my mom. My mom. She's bringing my kids. They went to Riverside. So she's saying they're coming. It's gonna be in Atlanta. I'm going to Atlanta. Wait, when's that? I'm not going to Atlanta until 2022 because I got my Bad Bunny tickets. Woo! I got Bad Bunny tickets in Atlanta, but March 27th of 2022. So I might go before with this fight. I don't know. I need to check like if shit's cheap because again, if not, I'd rather just wait here until everything's here. Hello, Bonquiqui. Bonjour. I didn't know I was gonna be in Atlanta. Honestly, I really didn't. Navarrete is a killer. That boy is running through cats, and he's fighting often, which is what I like. Oh, my cat. Speaking of cats, look how cute he is in the back. Oh my god, so cute. But yes, he is running through motherfuckers. Like he fights often. I just want to see the good fights, and I think it's sad that in the sport of boxing we
don't get to see good fights because of promotional issues or whatever the fuck. Like, I don't like that. And it makes me really frustrated. So I wish we could fucking just see him against Gay Russell and like Leo Santa Cruz. That would be a good comeback fight for Santa Cruz, though he might get knocked the fuck out again. I don't know. I don't know. Navarrete slow and Santa Cruz throws a lot of punches. Like he's a high volume puncher. Hello, how are you? Thank you, thank you. And I see you guys are saying hi to each other. I love it here in the comments. Montiel versus Charlo is a bummer, even though Montiel is tough. See, that's the thing. Like, you look at one Charlo, you look at 154 Charlo, and you're like, God damn, like this motherfucker is already unifying, and he obviously unified with Rosario, but now he's fighting Castaño. And shout out to Castaño too for not being like, hell no, I'm gonna baby this title, and this title I'm gonna hold on to it for as long as I can, fighting whoever the fucks until I have to face somebody tougher. So shout out to Castaño for just immediately taking that fight with uh Charlo because Charlo's fucking scary. And then shout out to Charlo for like just being a badass bitch. Like Charlo is that bitch at 154. Like he is killing it at 154. So shout out for him and like that whole schedule with PBC. Like those are all such great cards, right? And then you look at Montiel versus Charlo, and that is the most underwhelming one, unfortunately, right? It's like super underwhelming. You're just like, oh, cool. Like, yeah, Montiel's a tough challenge, but also like, like there's all these other guys too. So it's like, I guess, like, okay. So it's just like, okay, I just, I guess. Hi, Chris. Tell me your thoughts on last night. Were you watching UFC or were you watching boxing? Both. Which one? June 26th in Atlanta. I don't know. I would have to like ask who else is going so I could stay with y'all because I'm not trying to like waste. I don't like spending money if like the cards suck ass. If the main event is cool, cool. But if it's just like the main event and the rest of the card is ass, and I don't want it. That makes sense. Let me see. June 26th. Okay, okay, okay. Uh, I don't know. Are y'all going? Are y'all going to that? Who's going to that? Sorry, I'm way behind in the comments. Bunkwikwi says Wilder is joining Bone Thugs and Harmony. I'm gonna have to screen grab this. You guys, I can't with y'all. You guys, where do you guys come up with this shit? How do you guys come up with this? Oh my god, you guys are ruthless. Loma Nakatani. Ooh, I love that fight. I love that fight for a comeback fight with Lomachenko because that's a hard fight for Lomachenko because Nakatani's tall as fuck. And we saw that Loma, his downfall was him being too small for 135. And yet here he is taking on Nakatani, who's like huge. Like he's tall as fuck. So I love this fight. I think it's a good comeback fight, though I think Lomachenko should have gone back down to 130. Thank you, Fernando. I need them to not be blind. I appreciate it. Do I go to bailes? Yes. Before the pandemic, I would go to the bailes. I got Nakatani winning his strong samurai warrior. Yeah, he's a tough fucking dude, and I'm glad he didn't retire because remember they were saying that he was gonna retire, and he fought Verdejo, and that was such a good fucking fight. That fight was so fucking good. Charlo Lions Club, Lions only, right? That's what they call it. Lions only. Yeah, me too. Would love to see both fight Russell. Dude, I would love to see that, but I'm just here for Canelo dominating the boxing world. I don't know. I've been looking at like prediction videos and people are giving Billy Joe Saunders a really good chance. Like there's a lot of people who are saying Billy Joe Saunders can beat Canelo. And I don't doubt it, but I just feel like Billy Joe, what he lacks is discipline, and he hasn't looked amazing at 168. He looked better at 160 than at 168, and also, people highlight his victory over ¿cómo se llama? Lemieux, but it's like Lemieux, like the fuck, my grandma could outbox Lemieux. Anybody with a decent boxing IQ can outbox Lemieux. Lemieux is as one dimensional as it gets. So, yes, I feel like because of his style, because he's southpaw, because he's more tactical, because he's elusive, he's quick, slick, right? Billy Joe is all those things. But I think this is Canelo's chance to finally put that label of, oh, he's flat footed, oh, he struggles against this fight, he struggles against that, this type of fighter. He's gonna be able to hopefully put that behind him, because every Mexican struggles with those type of elusive fighters. And if you saw my interview with Eddie Reynoso, which I hope you fucking did, I asked him that. I'm like, do you think he's finally going to be able to put this narrative aside that he's flat footed, that all these guys who are elusive, like Lara, like Trout, like Mayweather, are going to give him problems, right? And he said, you know what? They give all Mexican problems. Like all those guys that have elusive footwork that move that are slick are going to give us problems. But he feels like Canelo's much better to like now be able to, yeah, maybe it'll be a little hard for him the first couple rounds, but then he'll adapt and, get the victory overall. So let's see. I'm intrigued. I'm definitely intrigued to see if Canelo is going to finally put this narrative behind him. And if he doesn't, even if, as we expect, even because I'm expecting Billy Joe to be fucking slick as fuck and be giving Canelo, like taunting Canelo, you know what I mean? Like he's gonna be like making him like, you know what I mean? Like how he was doing with Lemieux when he did that like thing, right? He's going to be like kind of playing with Canelo and gonna trying to make him miss and stuff. Oh, hold on, my mom just texted me. So I feel like he's gonna be doing that, but my mom's calling me home. Hello. Okay, boy. Technical difficulties. Give me like 5 seconds. I'm just gonna go open the door for my kids. But yes, keep telling me your predictions on Billy Joe and Canelo. BRB. I'm back. All right. So yes, Canelo. Say hi. BJ Saunders. It could be. It could be good. Uh, I mean, I like seeing the knockouts like in UFC. Like those are always fun, right? Like I don't know the background of it, but when I see it, I'm like, ooh, that's fun. I do. I try to be in the loop all the time. And as soon as you guys tell me things, and I'm like, I didn't know that. What do you think of? That's a good ass. That's gonna be a good card then. See, I would make the flight for that because both those guys got fucked up by the Charlos, so that'd be good. Navarrete reminds me of Eric Morales. In what way? Is it because they both like are just come forward crazy dudes who will take a punch to like land? I think Morales had a little bit more of I mean they both kind of came forward, but I think Morales had more tools, right? More tools that he displayed throughout his career. He's an all-time great, so I like the comparison in a certain way. Another way I feel like Morales is just too high up there. A muchos más otros michoacanos aquí en Rosarito, en especial a mí, Doña Clo, por favor. Saludos a todos los de Michoacán. Woo! I love Michoacán, by the way. I need to go there in person, pero me encanta Michoacán, especialmente a Doña Clo. Y luego voy a visitar Rosarito para tomarnos unas chelas ahí en la playa. Unas pinches chelas bien frías. Navarrete was lit. Adorno Brother was lit. Yes, even the other Adorno brother, right? The other Adorno brother actually won. Adorno Ortiz, that was a draw. I feel like that draw was very justified because a lot of people gave Ortiz every round besides the ones that he got knocked down in, which were two, which that makes it a 75-75. So I usually don't like draws, but this one it makes sense. Like I'm not mad at it. I hope they run it back. That's such a good fucking fight. Like, and they were both undefeated, and they both showed it. Right. Let's talk about Vargas though. I feel like nobody has brought him up, and that might be because to me he's like, Like, like Vargas, he's kind of like, okay, like cool. He's not bad, but he's not great. Like, he has a lot to work on. I think he's like the one that I think like everybody else, the Adorno brothers, Berlanga, obviously the main event, everything kind of like outshined him because he kind of like Vargas's performance is kind of just like meh. You know what I mean? Last night's top ranking UFC pay-per-view were a fight fans delight. Yeah, I agree, Ed. I definitely agree. It was a really good weekend, a really good Saturday for combat sports. I was really, I mean, again, I don't usually watch UFC. I don't watch it, right? But I kept seeing top people like, "Oh my god!" on the time, like, "Oh my god, I can't believe this," and I'm like, "Ooh, what's happening?" And then I saw the video of that guy's fucking leg like slapping like around, and I'm like, I wish I had an ass to see that, but it was brutal. And then, like all those knockouts, the Trump supporter got slapped. We love to see it. So that was a really good weekend for the boxing and UFC combat sports in general. Edgar Verlanga really showed me a lot. Box grade. I don't think he boxed much. I think he was just like head hunting, but he did show he got a chin. He definitely did show he got a chin. Look at Napoleon now. He's like right here. That's how I talk to my cat. He's beautiful. Just checking in. Are you gonna pay? No, I'm trying to go, Claudio. I'm trying to go to the event. I'd rather pay to get a ticket than pay for like how much is it? Like $6? Hell no. I'm not doing all that. Canelo Los Patrias. Canelo too skillful for Billy Bob. Billy Bob. No, yeah, like I think like Canelo has an opportunity to like show that he can finally put that, flat-footed shit behind him. But also, the minute that Billy Joe Saunders does have some success being elusive against Canelo, the Canelo haters are going to fucking get this and run with it. They're gonna be like, "Oh, Canelo's still exposed. Canelo's still the same guy who struggles with elusive guys." But it's like, who the fuck doesn't? Who doesn't struggle with elusive guys? Who doesn't like? Who chooses, especially Canelo, who's a natural counterpuncher, who, in order for him to be at his best, you have to come towards him so you can counter. Like, of course, I don't know. I don't like that narrative where it's like, oh, he's like everyone struggles with elusive guys. That's why they're so fucking good, especially when they're southpaws, right? So I do think BJ Saunders will give Canelo some like issues because when was the last time Canelo fought somebody like that? Maybe you can say Jacobs, but Jacobs wasn't that elusive. Like he was too heavy, I feel like, to be as elusive as he could have been. Um, but I think maybe Jacobs was last, and then Lara, and then Mayweather and Trout, right? So Canelo's usually been fighting guys who don't really come. Not only they don't come forward, they're kind of like just on the back foot. Look at ¿cómo se llama? Smith, right? I was expecting so much more from Smith just because of his, champion status, and he's not just good on paper. Like he dead as like won the World Boxing Super Series, which is my opinion. That's like a big accomplishment, right? He's like a unified I mean, he was a champion that he was unified. He could have, like he could have came forward a little bit, but most of Canelo's fighters have just been on the back foot besides Triple G. So it's like, so then how, you know what I mean? Like I just Canelo is going to, I feel like, give him at least a little bit of problems. At least like um at the beginning, right? He's been writing that win for way too long. Really though, he really has. Nakatani Kamikaze with Lomachenko. I feel like this is a good. I think Nakatani has good chances against Lomachenko because of the size. Let's see. Canelo will destroy Saunders. I promise this. 9th round KO. Ooh, maybe we should bet, you guys. I always get like to the round. Like I predicted Ryan Garcia 7th round against Campbell with a left, and I predicted Virgil Ortiz in the 7th round. I tweeted. You can go back and look at it on my tweets. I could have made a lot of money. I should start betting. You never. No, I have not. No, I don't want to volunteer to get fucking punched in the face. I think Canelo's carefully matched. He says with Volberto, we have Charlie Ramirez that these guys should face each other. Well, yeah, I feel like people hate Canelo because of that, but I wish these guys would face each other as they wait for Canelo to, because they're just all waiting for Canelo, or they're all expecting Canelo to give him a shot, or else they'll be done. Like if Canelo doesn't, there's like all these guys who want to fucking fight Canelo, and if Canelo doesn't throw them a bone, it's like, oh, now he's ducking, and it's like I can't stand people who like just make ducking the every excuse, especially when like I can understand why it could be frustrating, right? That Canelo maybe is not fighting your favorite fighter or the fighter that you want him to face, but Canelo is fighting good competition. Like you can't deny that. I like Jacobs. Like that's a good win in my opinion. Um, again, you guys don't like because he didn't do shit at the end of the day. Smith didn't do shit, but that's not Canelo's fault. Like that's literally like that was a good fucking champ, right? And then now with Billy Joe Saunders, this is a fight I've been wanting to see since 160. So I feel like as long as Canelo's fighting guys that are other champions or who have notable victories in order to be, a good competition for him, then good. Meanwhile, everybody else that's waiting for him, all they're just going off of, oh, he's ducking me. But then you guys are not fighting anybody else. Look at Charlo fighting Montiel. Like, that's a good fucking fight and all, but like, there's all these other motherfuckers at 160 who don't fight each other, or at 168 who don't fight each other, but then they call Canelo a duck for not fighting them specifically. That's the problem I've always had. Like, you can hate Canelo, that's fine. I understand it. I can see why people don't like Canelo. I'm not defending him. He's not even my favorite. Like, that's cool. Hate him all you want. But they don't have the same energy towards their own favorite fighters who don't take on legit opposition. Like, please. Like, I wish, like, if you're going to be, like criticizing a specific thing, then do it for your fighter too. So I don't know. That's just weird as fuck to me, and it's a weird ass thing. I When people say shit like oh they're ducking, I don't even entertain it. I'm not gonna argue with someone whose first uh argument is well they're ducking. And then I'll just be like okay, because when people say shit like that's just what they think, and you're never gonna get them out of that. So just okay, I'm not gonna waste my time. Saunders is no Lara for working as good. Well, yeah, no, it's not. But with the UK people, yes, it is. And he's good. I think he was better at 160. At 160, he had more notable wins than at 168. At 160, he was a little bit more impressive than at 168. He didn't really look good against that Argentinian kid at the YouTuber undercard. You guys remember that? And then he knocked the guy, he knocked the guy out in the 12th round after the guy was already celebrating with his corner that he had basically beat Billy Joe Saunders. That shit was crazy. I just my kids were downstairs. My mom took them to Riverside, so I'd open the door. Oh, thank you. I try. Besides the fact that Canelo is a better boxer now than he was years ago, but you're something as slick as his lighter fighters. Yeah, I agree, Frank. I think BJ Saunders again, like I mentioned, was better at 160. Had all these tools that worked for him in his advantage. Better at 160 than now at 168. But we shall see. We shall see. Jesus, Canelo beat Lara. You're gonna get got for saying that because people truly, truly believe that Lara beat Canelo. I think it was a really good close fight. I had it one round for Canelo. That 117-111 scorecard was bullshit. I think everything changed after the fourth round when Canelo started targeting the body because the first three rounds like Lara all the way for sure. But when Canelo switched to the body, Lara literally got on his bike, right? Like I never seen someone get on their back like that. But again, Canelo still had most of the people, especially in those type of fights, they favor aggression and they favor that. So I personally had Canelo by one round, especially in the end when he cut Lara's eye, right? And I think I was just pissed off that Lara was like nonstop talking about landing this fight and how he was gonna break Canelo's face, and then at the end of the day, he really didn't do much. So I can see why people have Lara winning. I'm not mad at that. Like I'm not ever one to be like, what the fuck? No, Canelo beat him. Like Canelo did enough to beat him. I don't care. I don't care. That 117-111 scorecard was fucking bullshit. But I did have Canelo winning, and I feel like his effective aggressiveness was effective enough to get those rounds. So I mean, I guess I know people are gonna get fucking in their feelings about this. That's cool. Like I don't mind. Again, it's not something I get like super. about, like whatever. If you think Lattimore, that's cool too. Like I can see it. I'm not. It was a cool fight. I just didn't like how Lara literally begged and talked and talked. And then like, why you do that? Why are you gonna talk all this shit and then like not do anything, man? Lubin beats Rosario. Well, Rosario was a scary ass knockout with Charlo. That just scared the fuck out of me. I did not like to see him there on the floor all stiff and shit like that. Scared the shit out of me. So I don't know how he's gonna come back from that. Beatriz Canelo will be closed, and of course the decision will favor Canelo. Y'all already making these excuses. Canelo's not with Golden Boy anymore, so because before people say, "Oh, Oscar paid off the judges," so I guess Canelo's paying off the judges already, and that's why Billy Joe Saunders is also saying that like he had the flu, so he hasn't been training. No, I have never been to Michoacan. I want to though. Ari says he's like Jose Vargas is always in a war. He is, but like I just feel like he has more like things to work on, especially when we saw that those cars, everybody did like a really good show, and he was kind of just like. Shaw was really tall, so I feel like Vargas had trouble with that. Oh, really tall, yeah. Shaw could have won if he kept the pressure on Vargas. Shaw came out swinging early on. Like, Shaw had Vargas a little bit fucked up in the first round when he came out like that. Okay, BRB. Edgar Berlanga reminds me of Triple G. Why is that? Why is that? Man, I miss Triple G fighting. When the fuck is he gonna fight again? The last fight was bullshit too, with that bullshit as mandatory from the IBF, right? Such a bullshit fucking mandatory. I hope he comes back and he can actually. Your comment disappeared. Are you deleting your own comments? Billy Joe Saunders is no Louder or Mayweather. I agree. I agree. So let's see. Let's see. Maybe Canelo will just like easily get him, or maybe he'll give him work. You think once Canelo knocked the fuck out of Billy Joe, he would get fight with Plant done? People see that's the thing. That's the thing. Canelo tried to get the Plant fight twice, and twice he didn't get it. So it's like it's almost like Canelo's begging them for this fucking fight. I think he obviously wants it. He wanted to get it, right? And hopefully this time Plant says yes, because I would love to see that. I would love to see Plant. I love Plant's like confidence. I love the way he carries himself. I would love to see him against Canelo because I feel like he would not be the one to be on the back foot. Plant is not gonna be like fucking Smith, just all fucking on the ropes like this. Like that's not gonna be Plant. Plant's slick also, and he's very like tactical, right? But he's not gonna be shying away from Canelo. No, he won't. And that's why I want to see that. Same with Benavides. Benavides is not gonna fucking just be like this on Canelo or like trying to. No, he's gonna be coming forward with those long ass fucking arms. I would love to see that. I would love to see that. Jose says Canelo's toughest fight was against Triple G. He definitely ain't slick. Yeah, it was. But also, I feel like that's also tailor made for Canelo because he loves. Oh my god, he loves guys that come forward so that he can properly counter them. Right. That's what he likes. Kalen Smith's best win was George Groves. At the World Boxing Super Series. George Groves was like a really, really celebrated champion, and Smith knocked them out. Let's see. Jorge, my PBC made Canelo a great offer a while back. Jorge M PBC. Oh, you're just responding to someone. My bad. I'm like, huh? Oh, this beer tastes good. It's a hazy IPA. My friend made it with my logo on it. Isn't this cool? My friend, he never told me. I just got a box on Saturday, and it was like 12 of these beers, and they're hazy IPAs with my logo on it. And yeah, they're like 7% alcohol or something like that. I don't think you'll be able to see it, but yeah, it's too bright. But yeah, it's good. It's a hazy IPA. I'm gonna drink most of them and then leave one to like decoración. If just correct about them not providing an English judge and sending him the contract, that is pretty messed up. I agree with that, but that's not Canelo's fault. I don't think this has anything to do with Canelo. You know who should be taking care of this? Eddie Hearn. Eddie Hearn, who is, at the end of the day, Billy Joe's promoter. Eddie Hearn's not Canelo's promoter. Eddie Hearn's not Canelo's promoter. Eddie Hearn's uh, Billy Joe's promoter. He should be making sure that his fighter's taken care of, right? And it's like I can feel why Billy Joe's frustrated, right? Because he's like, yo, like it's kind of fucked up that even though Matchroom and all these motherfuckers are with me, I belong with them. They're kind of like favoring Canelo because they want to like keep doing business with him, right? And that's where he at the end of the day, Canelo's what brings in the money. They can make 10 Billy Joe Saunders fights, and they're not going to bring in the money that one Canelo fight can make, right? So I can see why you know all those things with Billy Joe can be frustrating, but also the fight is here in the US and there is still a travel ban for people from the UK. People from the UK, I don't think, unless like they have like a permit, I don't think they can leave the UK and come to the US. So I don't know what's up with that, but again, I feel like that's Eddie Hearn. I don't think that has anything to do like Canelo. What does that have to do with Canelo? And again, I can see why, of course, Billy Johnson is frustrated about that. That's really valid things to be frustrated about. But that shouldn't be like an excuse to be like, oh, well, that's why Canelo's gonna win, or that's why Canelo. You know what I mean? Chavez Jr. is gonna fight them. He is. Is that for real? Chavez is always posting some random shit. Like we never know what the fuck he's up to, or what's real and what isn't. Loma's built like a potato. What? How? Can you explain that to me? Like a potato? I had never heard that reference before. Hopefully Junior doesn't lose the fight too. You know what? I wouldn't surprise. It wouldn't surprise me. They should put Jake Paul in there with Junior. Jake Paul versus Chavez Jr. Shit, give me that circus. I'd watch that. Uh, they want more money to fight. I agree. They all should fight each other. People hating on Canelo, but he's going to be his. I hope so. I hope they all fight each other, and at the end of the day, Canelo fights him too. But he is fighting as often as more often than a lot of people, and he is fighting good opposition. So I can't be mad. See, if Canelo was fighting only Yildirim's and only what was the other motherfucker's name? Fielding. Like if he was only fighting those type of guys, then I'd be like fuck you, and fight all the other guys. But he's not. He's still fighting really good competition. So it's like, come on now. And he just fought in December. Like he fought in December, and now he's fighting in May. Like that's a good, that's good. Who do you think has the best chance beating Canelo? I said Bivol. Possibly Bivol. I think the reason why I would still favor Canelo in that fight is because Bivol has been um inactive for so long. Like I know he's fighting now in that UK and the UK card again against some. He has made so many title defenses that it's like, come on, bro. Like please unify too. Try to unify. Like what the fuck. Um, but Bivol, yes, Bivol has a very awkward style. He's really tactical. He's really fast. I really like Bivol. Like I fuck with Bivol heavy, heavy. I love that guy. I remember when he used to spar at Legends. I saw him spar Benavides once. Oof, it was glorious. Glorious. I love Bivol. Bivol is the only guy I know I've ever seen who comes to the gym already wrapped up. Bivol shows up to the gym already wrapped the fuck up. Like he's ready to go. Like I love that guy. But I feel like, the opposition he's taking on is like whatever. Joe Smith gave him a punch que lo up in the hole like for like a couple rounds. It was like the end of the 10th round, right? Where like Smith Jr. like landed that one punch and he's just like and he like wobbled to his corner. And then he fought like Pascal, right? And then he fought like some Dominican guy. He's just like his opposition has not been like stellar. So I feel like Canelo has better opposition. And the size advantage wouldn't really be there because Canelo's taking on bigger guys. I feel like Bivol is a smaller 175. He should, I don't know, I think he should be at 168 to be honest. He could be at 168. So I feel like, yeah, I think Bivol will probably have in my opinion, I agree with you. I think he would also have the better chance. Let's see. Lily, but I don't think Munguia or Triple G want to fight Charlo. Unfortunately, I'm hoping Charlo versus Andre. Charlo versus Jacobs. I know Jacobs is 168 now, but Jacobs and Charlo had beef for so fucking long. They were talking shit to each other And I'm tired of that. I'm tired of them talking shit outside of the ring and then like not fucking sending an actual contract. Everybody always talks shit. Everybody always talks about like, oh, I want to fight this person. I want to fight this person, but they never send a contract or begin any negotiations or try to start any negotiations. That shit pisses me off. Mungia, I'm gonna give him a little bit more slack because he just moved up to 160, so he's gonna be taking on cupcakes and shit. Triple G, I love Triple G. Anybody who knows me knows I love Triple G. Like I love Triple G. But oh my god, this guy needs to take on better opposition. Like, please, fast, pronto. He needs to just please fight a good fucking opponent. I think Munguia's fighting. He was supposed to fight some. Who was Munguia supposed to fight? And then that fight fell off, so now he's fighting some random too. I forgot, but it was nothing. It was nothing special, and it's like in El Paso or something. Let's see. David Benavides is black. He got Jerry Cruz. um, I think. Well, Benavides was born here, but he's Mexican, and I think he's also like from like Central America. No, but he when he talks, he does sound Puerto Rican. Every time Benavides talks in Spanish, he like has a Puerto Rican accent, and I'm like, what? Maybe he is Puerto Rican. I don't. Let's Google it. David Benavides nationality. I know he's Mexican, but oh my god, Benavides American. He's let's see. Let's go on Wikipedia and figure this shit out. Um, mm, nationality just says American. uh, yeah, just It says David was born Mexican father. Oh, Ecuador, Ecuador. Okay, see, I knew it was somewhere besides Mexico. Ecuador. So his mom is from Ecuador and his dad is from Mexico. So okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. See, he's not black. Oh no, I'm way behind on the comments. I'm so sorry. Oh my god. I'm way behind on the comments. I'm way behind on the comments. My bad, you guys. I can see Nakatani winning the Loma fight, but it's a solid fight. I don't think him being quick enough. Yeah, that's true. Lomachenko might be able to like capitalize on him not being as fast and just hit the body and go back like Pacquiao style, you know? Them Jerry curls don't lie. See him getting turned a little circle all night. Yeah. Like kind of like some Pacquiao shit. Peter Saunders hasn't looked good since he got caught with nasal spray. You're right. You're right. That and you know the thing that Brits argue is that that's not a banned substance over there. You know, over there that's not a banned substance, but here it is. So you know they're just gonna just run with that, I guess. Thank you, Boxing Fan 172. Thank you so much. We just I was going to sleep. See, I would love to see that, but Canelo like has not knocked anybody out since who? Since Yildirim, I guess, but Yildirim doesn't count. That was he like they stopped that for him. They stopped that for him. And then ¿cómo se llama? Fielding, that was like a body thing also, weak ass fool. Um when's the last time Canelo got like a legitimate knockout? Uh ¿Cómo se llama? Kovalev, but also you know there's like little bullet point you know to each victory because of this or that or this, so I don't know. I mean, if he gets to knock out Billy Joe, I feel like that'd be super fucking impressive. Like that'd be like holy shit, that's awesome. Claudia says a lot of Montel is a close fight. I respect the good footwork, but a lot of move excessively. Yeah, I feel like it's hard to like, I don't know. That's my opinion too. Jesus says kind of look like a forward slide with chin winging punches. Let's see. Triple J will probably fight Morata. Yeah, that fight's too late in my opinion. Like that fight should have happened like 2-3 years ago. But sure, why not? Tía says Canelo Álvarez el mejor del mundo. Le duela quien le duela. Viva México. A quien les arda el culo, ¿verdad? Sanders is from the UK. He's taking a knee. You're predicting that? Imagine. Hey, what up? Everybody should follow Boxing Talk 101 both on YouTube and Instagram. Do that. Like he's hilarious and you guys should follow him and follow him on Twitter. But just drop your Twitter handle so that I can highlight it because I don't remember what your Twitter thing is. But yes, subscribe to Boxing Talk 101. PVC offered can also 5 didn't include. Oh my god. Oh my god, Adi. I didn't know you had all the paperwork. Can you show it? Send it to me on the DMs. Oh my god. Please do. Triple G is waiting for the next winner of the contender to come back. Oh my god, Miguel. Somebody said that Triple G was waiting for their like janitor, like something like that. And I'm like, you guys are mean with Triple G. How about them fights? Top Rank had a great card. Yes, Top Rank has been on it. I really fuck with Top Rank. I've been fucking with Top Rank forever, but especially I love that quarantine summer Tuesday, Thursday series. I really love that because we all were on board at home, and I fucked with those. And they gave like smaller fighters a bigger platform to be able to be on ESPN and stuff. So I really do fuck with Top Rank. Are you going to Ramirez versus Taylor? Let me know. So if you are, I can stay with y'all. I am drinking a beer that my friend made with my logo on it. It's a hazy IPA. It's really good. It's like 7.5% alcohol or something like that. Uh Noji is scared to fight Andre Ward. Oh, that's never gonna. Yeah, that's people are always gonna tell him that. Plant and BJ are boring but make close fights because of their movement and shot selection. Yeah, that's why I'm intrigued. I want to see how Canelo like responds to shit like that. You know, like lately he's just been taking on fighters who just either don't do shit or come forward like Triple G, which makes for great fights. But you know, hazy IP, okay, Prosty, I should drink. I like to drink whatever. Like the only thing I don't drink is like Bud Light and all the Coors, all that shit. I don't fuck with that. But I don't judge people who drink whatever they want to drink, except Bud Light. Because when I was bartending and like people would pay for that shit, especially at like venues where beer is like $16 and people pay for Bud Light, I'm just like, that's the only time I judge. Other times, like whatever, y'all can just do whatever. Dante's or ego. I do not have a boyfriend. Uh Similar way, Charlo scared of death. I didn't like that Charlo said that Benavides had to like get a vaccine, and then later it's like, oh, he's too young. Like, bro, all these like vaccines sound dumb. And I know Miguel's like, oh, he's just playing. Miguel said that, oh, he's just playing, saying that. Goddamn, I'm way behind in the comments. I am so fucking sorry. Let me shut the fuck up and read them. I do not work full time in boxing. I only work like whenever I can on boxing. I'm a copywriter for a cosmetics company in downtown LA. I contribute to the local newspapers, and I am an accountant, if you know what I mean. You probably don't because that's an inside joke. But yes, I do other things besides boxing is just kind of like a freelance thing, or like whenever I get the chance to do it, I'll do it. But especially since the pandemic, I haven't done shit. Like I haven't done boxing stuff. Um Jake Paul versus Child would be a fun fight. I agree. Boxing fan 172 says, isn't the lion's share responsibility fall on yeah, it does. So I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Benavides would embarrass Charlo. Charlo's avoiding a fight for sure. Well, Charlo's at 160, so I'm gonna give him some slack. I'm gonna cut him some slack for that because he's at 160, not at 168. Chicana fight between Canelo and Benavides. Who do you got? I don't know. That's a good fucking question. Right now, I do have Canelo because Benavides leaves himself way fucking open. If you watch any Benavides fight, like I love Benavides. I love how he just comes forward and like just literally like a fucking robot coming forward with his fucking long ass fucking reach. But he leaves himself so open. Like Canelo could fucking go to the body really, really good. I feel like that would be like a 60-40 fight, and I think I would have Canelo winning that fight against Benavides. But Benavides will give him that smoke because he's not gonna back out. He's not some little pushover motherfucker, you know? Jesus, Canelo Bilada was close, but Canelo won. Chicana fight. Oh, I read that. 100% Yank. Wait, who's Yank? Who's Yank? What are you talking about? Okay. Ooh, talking shit. Benavides is Mexican American. I don't like using the term Mexican American because it's redundant, in my opinion. America is a big continent. Like America, Mexico is a part of America. To me, like when people say I'm Mexican American, it's like they just want to say that they're from the US. It's like, so just say that. Because all of Central America is obviously part of America, right? Canada is part, you don't say I'm Canadian American. You don't say that. You don't say I'm Salvadorian American. I mean, you say that when you're born here, I guess, but that's why they just say the American part to claim that they're born in the US. But the US is not America. And that comes from obviously the US feeling like they're America. People always say, "Oh, America this." Like America is a whole fucking continent. Mexico's part of America. It's America. So saying Mexican American, that's redundant. Mexico isn't America. So what the fuck? American American? That's my history lessons for today. Like I don't like that when like I tell my kids that shit all the time. Like, don't say you're Mexican American. You're Mexican. Because you come from me, which I'm Mexican. If they say where you're born, you can say you're born in the US. But saying Mexican American, that's just like you saying that you're born here with Mexican parents. But American should America is the whole thing, like the whole continent. Man, I got sparkles will make me black. Triple G's clear on his last leg, and I believe he's waiting for. Yeah, I mean, he just wants the money, which you can't blame him. You know, I don't blame Triple G for that. I just hate that again. There's all these fights that could have happened that didn't happen, and that just kind of pisses me off. Did you watch NBC Boxing? Yes, I love those Thursday boxing cards. I really fuck with those, especially because there's nothing to do. Yeah, Afro Hispanics, Afro Latinos exist. There's a lot of erasure of Black Latinos and Black Hispanics. It's a thing, and people don't really recognize it. Triple G has to make the Andre fight. I don't think that's gonna happen. You think it would happen because they're both with, Matchroom. They're both with the Zone. That should be a good fight to make, but I don't know. Canelo Alvarez, el mejor del mundo, le duele a quien le duele. Yeah, I'm planning to. Okay, let's link up for sure. Let's all get like a room. I'll pitch in, but I just don't want to go by myself because I don't like going to places by myself, especially Vegas. The last time I went to Vegas by myself, I felt not this last time, but for a fight. I think it was for Canelo versus Kovalev, and I had a really shitty experience. Like something really fucked up happened to me that specific weekend, and now I don't want to go alone. Now I want to go with someone. So let's all link up. Let's all do something because I'm trying to go to that, and I'm trying to get tickets because there's only limited tickets available, and I'm trying to get some fucking tickets for that. So message me so we can like get something. See, now let's talk about Ramirez versus Taylor, okay? I do feel like as much as I love Ramirez because he's such a humble dude, bro. Like Ramirez is such a humble dude. He gives back to his community. He fucking does a lot of funding for agricultural workers in the, in Fresno and in that California, Central California area. Like fuck, he stands up for agricultural rights. He tries to pass, help pass laws to protect the agricultural people in those areas. So he is such a top notch, humble dude. And then you got Josh Taylor, who's like a piece of shit, like says racist shit, says homophobic shit. He's an anti vaxxer. He doesn't believe in COVID. Like he is just like a fucking asshole. But I do feel like Taylor's gonna win. I do feel like Taylor's gonna win. So I'm like, ugh. Those are like the fights that like I really want to see this fight because again, there's two of the best, right? All bullshit, outside bullshit aside, like just boxing, just focused on boxing. This is such a good fucking fight. And again, I said it earlier. This is the best of the best. This is how boxing should be. Guys who got the titles, defended their titles, unified their titles, and now they're like trying to be undisputed. Like that's how all boxing should be. Every white class should be like this. Every fucking fighter should be like this. Should aspire to be like this, right? So as much as I would fucking love for Ramirez to win, and I'm praying like my heart is with Ramirez. I feel like just Taylor's just too big, bro. Like Taylor's just big. And then Ramirez, we've seen him how he struggled with Posto, and he said it was because of the crowd, and he wanted a bigger crowd. And this is not going to be a bigger crowd. This is still going to be very limited seating. So, I really hope that Do you miss Solo Boxeo ni más? Yes, and the Telemundo and on Estrella TV. I used to watch all that shit. Estrella TV, Telemundo, all that. Telemundo still has some cards here and there. Lily, try Guinness Hard Love. Oh, I like Guinness, but I feel like Guinness I have to drink it at like super late at night for some reason. It's too dark. No boy. You guys are crazy. I don't leave. I work near downtown LA. I work in the downtown LA area. Like my job, my 9 to 5 is literally in downtown LA by the fashion district. I don't work in the fashion district, but it's like offices around there. So I do work in downtown LA. I live in Long Beach. I live where Snoop Dogg is from. Another YouTube channel used your interview with Virgil to smear him. Oh, I don't. I wish that at least gave me credit. That's what sucks. Like people steal my interviews all the time, especially the ones that I'm not in because I don't like being in the camera. Like I just want to be behind the camera. But people steal my interviews all the fucking time. Like I wish they'd. Can you link me to it so I can fucking copyright those assholes? I don't like that. I just don't like that they don't credit me or ask me like, hey, like just because it's on YouTube and you still have to credit. So link me so I could go copyright them bitches. um I just feel like Taylor's gonna win that. I don't trust Travis Jr. winning anything. Jake Powers is Nikita, and White Chocolate would be perfect. They said he was gonna fight Fury's brother, right? Or Wilder's brother. Either of those would be cool. Wilder's brother or Fury's brother would be cool to fight Jake. Let's see. David, too much volume and speed. I don't think David is that fast. I don't know where you guys are getting. I mean, he looked fast against that kid the last time. He had some really cool combinations. But I feel like Canelo's faster. Yes, yes, sir, yes. Good evening, lazy lefty. I'm way behind on the comments. My bad. You're totally right, Mexican period. That's what I tell my kids. It's just again, it's not even just because of a national thing. It's just like again, it's redundant to say like Mexican American. Like, what do you mean? Mexico is in America. So saying Mexican American is redundant. Mexico's in America. Of course, you're American. But people again, this is like super USA pro patriot shit that they want to claim America is just them. That's what they say. I'm American. Like, so am I, bitch. Like, we're all in America. Like, this is America. El Salvador is America. Mexico is America. Canada is America. Like, we're all, this is America. Like, I don't know what the fuck. So that's why I tell people, like, guys, redundant, but whatever. Who you got, Fury? I'll start talking about that when they actually announce the fight. When they announce the fight, I'll go ahead and start making predictions. Party bus, dude. Party bus to Vegas. Because we're not going to fit in my tiny ass Prius C. I have a tiny ass Prius C that's yellow. It looks like a taxi. Wait, in the future, people, we make so many national. Well, that's not the future. That's now. Uh, Hello, Oscar. I see the fight with Canelo versus Benavides go exactly how it went with Canelo versus Smith. No, Benavides is not gonna just crouch over in a corner. I don't think so. Has too much balls. I feel like and I agree with you. I feel like Benavides is going to catch a lot of counters because that's what Canelo loves, right? Canelo's a natural counter puncher. He'll love that Benavides will come forward so he can, especially I feel like the body, he just leaves himself so fucking open to the body. I feel like Canelo could definitely land some good shit to the body and definitely beat Benavides, but I don't think he'll be like Smith. Smith did nothing. I don't think Benavides would do that. I don't think Benavides would just not throw anything. I got Taylor winning too. Yes, me too. It's just no, that's what I mean. But I'm not trying to offend anybody. But do you know what I mean? Like, just it's redundant. I'm not saying don't do it. Like that's your business. What you guys do is your business. I'm just saying it's redundant because again, all of these nationalities are from America. America's not just the U.S. That's what like U.S. patriotism wants you to believe that only the U.S. is America. No, like there's South America, Central America, North America. It's all America. So saying I'm Mexican American, it's like I'm American American. Like Mexico isn't America. So even the Mexicans in Mexico are Mexican Americans because it's still America, right? Like, you know what I mean? Like, people who live in Guatemala are Americans too. They live in the continent of America. Like, you don't have to live in the US to be American. That's my point. What do you have on? Oh, come on. Andy. Ariola is just like on his last he's on his last paycheck, so good for him. You know, just get a paycheck, but It's a good comeback fight for Andy. Hopefully, it takes on White next or Ortiz or Wilder. I would love to see all those. Devin Haney's avoiding Javier Fortuna. Man, everybody's avoiding Fortuna, and that shit makes me sad. Oh, somebody fell. Are you okay? Oh Lord, somebody fell. You're betting. Well, that's a good thing because I'm pretty sure he's the underdog. So if he wins, you're gonna win monies. You're gonna win lots of money. Taylor will not win Regis. Yeah, Regis had really good success against Taylor. What pissed me off about Regis is that he was too passive. Regis was way too fucking passive. Like he knew he was in the other side. Like he was on his turf. Regis should have gone 120% out there because you can't leave shit to the judges in the UK. Like you're not from the UK. Like I feel like that was a really good fight with Regis. I just hope Ramirez does the same and does it better. Postal and Taylor have different styles though. Taylor's a straightforward style, Mike's twice. So let's see. Yes, let's see. I'm still fucking intrigued. I would love to see it. Andrew Reese better win his next fight. He better. I don't think no. You guys are fucking tripping. He did not beat Prograde easily. That was not an easy fight. That was not an easy fight for either of them. And the scorecards reflected that. That was a very close fucking fight, and a lot of people actually had Regis winning. I had Taylor winning, but it wasn't an easy fight. Y'all fucking crazy over here. Hold on. Hold on. Oops. Win or lose, rooting for. Yeah, I mean, my heart is with Ramirez. Ramirez. God, they never give credits. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah. It's the LDBC. Yeah, that's weird. I'm not gonna say anything about that. Just hmm. Taylor got hurt by Regis, but Regis didn't follow up. Yeah, Regis was too passive. Like he should have been just on his ass, pressuring him the whole time. Gervonta was supposed to fight who Davis. Gervonta, it's crazy because that kid is so fucking talented and he has so much power, but I want him to fight somebody that we want to see him with. Barrios is a good fight. Yeah, I'll give him that. Like I like the Barrios fight, but that's not who we want. Like he keeps fighting people from other weight classes to not fight people that we want to see him. And I'm not blaming him specifically, but it's just like exhausting. He had a bad corner, but he's very good at 160. And my girlfriend will add you. Oh yes, add me. I charged it, and I was playing it the other day. So add me so then I can send an invitation to my island. Yeah, Uzcategui versus Benavides is gonna be fucking lit. I really fuck with that. I fuck with that fight. Oh my god, Bonquiqui, you are so freaking ruthless. You are on savage mode these days. Javante Davis needs to give his baby mama a rematch. Where are you guys the way that you are? Why are you guys so fucking ruthless? Why are you guys so fucking ruthless? Oh my god, you guys. Oh my god. You guys are just. I'm gonna start someone kill me for believe a little. Wait. Oh, Bolivita? Hey, you do you. Canelo should fight Benavides sooner than later if he wants to beat him. Well, yeah, I agree. They say in my interview with Canelo's trainer, he says 2 years, but I agree he should fight him. But again, it's not that I don't think Canelo's like, oh, I'm not gonna fight this kid. It's just like how many fucking people want to fight with Canelo, and Canelo wants to be undisputed or wants to get belts or whatever. Right now, Benavides doesn't have a fucking belt, and I know you're gonna be like, oh, well, he was the WBC and whatever. Okay, but at the end of the day, Benavides doesn't have a belt, so I don't think Canelo's just gonna like, okay, let me just go fight this guy who doesn't have a belt, who's probably, gonna give me a tough fight. Let me just volunteer for this. I don't think that's what they're gonna do. But I would love to see it. Canelo versus Benavides. No, oh come on. You guys have no faith in Benavides. DJ Scarecrows, that is so what? How? 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 You guys have no faith in my boy Benavides. So I'm saying like Smith, like El Perro Angulo. Oh my God. What are you guys? You guys don't have faith in Benavides? Why? Why? Tell me why you guys don't have faith in Benavides. That's really, really crazy. Klaus, I seen you in your yeah, yeah. I always park somewhere else and then just get like a $5 Uber ride to like the Staples Center because I'm not gonna pay that much for parking at the Staples Center. One, two, I could just park in the street and like just take a literally like a three, four, $5 Uber there. And then most of the time I get drunk anyway and then have to like either Uber home or like stay with one of my friends in the LA area. So my car's gonna I'd rather my car be parked in the street than at some fucking venue where they're gonna charge me double the parking the next day when I get fucking drunk. So I'm not trying to do all that. Let's see. Oh fuck, I'm behind in the comments as always. What's up with Ryan Garcia? Retiring? He's not retiring. He's taking a break. Saludos, though. He is taking a break. He's taking a break. So Ramirez, well, he just signed with Golden Boy, right? Sudo Ramirez signed with Golden Boy. Oh my god, my eyes itchy. He signed with Golden Boy, so let's hope that like they give him something, some work. You know, let's see. I don't know though. Let's see. Everybody's scared of fight for in that weight class. I just hope he just deserves some good fucking he just deserves a chance. And thank you, you guys. You guys are awesome sauce to me. Did you guys notice I got a nose job? I hope you fucking noticed. I told you guys, remember last time, like in March, I told you guys I was getting a nose job and I did it. Mm. Do you pay? No, I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be there at the fight. Oh my god. That no, it's Daddy Chill. Remember that? I love that video. Daddy Chill. If David stays at 140, I think him and Mikey would be that would be awesome. It's just if it happens, you know. Oh, show them your shirt, Aiden. Are the Dodgers winning, by the way? Let's check. JT Turner. Are the Dodgers winning? Because they barely won yesterday. Let's see. They're winning. They're winning. It's the top of the nine. They're winning 7-5. So dang, the Padres right now, they with that payroll, they got some pretty good guys. Now, the Padres are not to be fucked with. Okay, guys, let's wrap it up because we've been here for almost 2 hours. So let me finish the comments and let's do this, okay? Let's get the comments going because you guys, it's been forever. I've been on this shit forever. Barrios is work in progress. I think Barrios is a good name, but he swells up too fast. Like Barrios gets cut up really easily. But he's good. Like the only fight he kind of had trouble with was with that one that he won the belt in. That Russian guy. But he dropped him twice, right? So that was like good, but he was all fucked up. And but he did good with the Cowboy, right? In the undercard for the Gervonta versus Leo. That was really good. So I'm not gonna just like dismiss Barrios. Barrios is good. Let's see. No respect for Stank Davis. Oh my god. See, I can see why people say that, but I also believe that he does have skill. It's just like I would rather, yeah, he does face like better opposition. Free beats Ruiz, boxes. Well, yeah, they're like good friends and shit. They like talk about Jesus together and all that, but I would love to see it. Who trains Zurdo? I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know. My boy from Phoenix got stripped. If Gervonta versus Ryan happens, I got money on Garcia. I know he got it. Really? Well, he needs to work on his mental health first. So let him work on his mental health and then. But anyways, the problem against anyone around his weight class. I agree. People got no freaking love for Benavidez. What's happening? You don't get drunk? No, Miguel is a witness that I drink a lot and I don't get drunk. I come from a really big line of alcoholics in my family. So my alcohol tolerance is fucking high. Like Miguel and I went bar hopping in Dallas. Wait, no, Fort Worth. And he saw firsthand that I was fucking drinking, drinks, beer, everything, and I was not drunk one bit. I will start where I don't every time I go somewhere, people ask to take a picture with me, and it's like super awkward to me. I don't know what to say. Obviously, I'm not gonna say no, but it is a little bit awkward. When I was at that event, that boxing event last week for like Fury, Andy, Jesse McDolino, like all those guys over there, someone asked to take a picture of me. They're like, "Oh my god, can I take a picture with you?" I'm like, I don't know what to say. Dude, I messaged Rollies earlier. And speaking of, he just fucking messaged me. I fucking told him this morning. Or yesterday morning. Was it this morning or yesterday morning when Ryan said I don't know. I messaged him and I'm like, hey, fight for Tuna. And he's like, he's fighting Ryan. I'm like, no, Ryan just said that. I mean, no, Ryan pulled out. And he's like, maybe it's true. I'm like, motherfucker, he just posted it. He didn't know. Like, Rolly didn't know that Ryan pulled out of the fight. And he's just like, oh, that's funny. And I told him, like, you fight him. But I don't know. He says he's got a date like in June or something. But I told him, I'm like, you should just fight. I'm like, Rolly, you should fight for Tuna if you're about that life. But I told him, I don't think you're about that life. Benavides should move to 160. No, I think he's good at 168, and I think he has a lot to do at 168. Lily drunk. No, I don't get drunk. Why Benavides would be dominant at 160? Yeah, I don't think Benavides should move up. I think he's good where he's at. Barrios from San Antonio. Yes, he is. I can't believe you didn't know that. I mean, in one of the interviews, I didn't know he was from San Antonio. When I first interviewed him, I think like a couple years ago, because he's always training like the Bay Area or like that. So I thought he was from there. And then I saw him wearing a Spurs hat. He was wearing a Spurs hat. I'm like, wait a minute. I'm like, you're from San Antonio. And he's like, yeah. I'm like, why didn't you correct me, you dig? Well, I didn't say that, but I'm like, why didn't you? I was like asking him like what he thought about being over. I'm like, the fuck. But yes, he's from San Antonio. So is so is Hector Tanajara, I think. I'm pretty sure. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Yes, yeah, he is. He is. That's why I feel like it's always gonna be against them. And yes, my kids do speak Spanish. Both of them speak Spanish. They go to Mexico often, so they keep up with the lingo. This one, he's more mocho, like because when he was little, he started school pretty early, so he talks more English than Spanish, but he does talk Spanish. Sir, where are you? ¿Quién sabe hablar de español? Dile, yo sé español, dile.
Yo sé español. Yo speak español.
Speaky? You speaky Spanish? Let's see.
Hi.
Lola.
Hola.
David has a height and reach and weight. Yeah, he has all the advantages, but it's like the freaking discipline that gets people, you know? Oh, bro, you see my Dodger shit right there? I have so much Dodger shit. Like over there, I have so much Dodger stuff. Like, and I hate the Cardinals because back, when they kept fucking defeating us out of the fucking playoffs for like 3 years in a row, I'm never gonna forgive y'all for that. Let's see. Maybe Ryan should pull out a. Oh my god, you guys! Why are you guys? You guys are so fucking ruthless. Oh my god. Oh my god, you guys. Rolly doesn't. I should FaceTime him right now and be like, oh my god, the Padres just tied. They just tied. See, and it's always in the late innings. Dodgers bullpen will always be the death of us. I'm so fucking tired of shitty ass, unreliable ass fucking bullpen. I hate the Dodger bullpen. Well, they bought that light for tonight. Friend sign up for KO. Let me see what this motherfucker want. Oh, he sent me a picture. He just said, "What you doing?" I'm gonna tell him fight for tuna. I'll be fight for tuna so I can go. You can't see it. God damn it! I told him fight for tuna. What he says. Good night, Chris. Good night. Good night, everybody. I'm almost gonna leave. It's already been 2 hours, but let's finish. I'm gonna finish really fast with these comments. I promise. Stop it. I never heard you pronounce Floyd. I would like to know what you think about. I like Floyd. See, I grew up watching boxing because my dad, right? Like me and my dad watched boxing early on. Um, and yes, it was very frustrating to see Mayweather literally beat every fucking boxer that I liked. Very, very frustrating. Right. And yes, growing up, you did have some like sort of, I did have some sort of like hate toward, not like, oh, I fucking hate this motherfucker, but I didn't like him. Right. I was like, man, fuck this guy. But as I grew up and I've always been very objective. Like I'm not biased. Like anybody who follows me on Twitter knows I am not biased. Like I mind my business. So, I just figured like, hey, like this guy's just the shit. Even if he beats my favorite fighters. So I never really liked the whole, the runner comments from everybody else, like, oh, he's a runner, or he's all this, or he cherry picked and all this shit. I don't think so. I think he earned his victories. I would have liked to obviously see him more when he was Pretty Boy Floyd style than Money May. But regardless, he made a fucking fool out of everybody. Mayweather made a fucking fool out of everyone. So, you can't hate him for that. And yes, I disliked him when I was younger because one, I was a child and all I saw was this guy beating my favorite fucking fighters, my favorite Mexican fighters, right? So I was salty as fuck as a child. But as I grew up, I was like, you know what? Like, hey, like this guy's just a shit. Like, what am I gonna do? Just not fucking like him just because of that? Like, I can't do that. Ryan pullout game week. Vamos Atléticos de Oakland. Man, get out of here. Get out of here with that shit. Ryan pullout game week. You guys are crazy. What's going on, Ryan Garcia? I haven't heard all. Yeah, no, he just pulled out because he said he wants focus on his mental health. He wants to focus on his health and his mental health, and he doesn't feel 100%. So that's why he's pulling out of the fight. Them Dominican boys are smoking the. I know, and I can't even be mad because the Dominican guys and the Cuban guys, like, they're just so fucking good. They're just so fucking good. But damn, you know what? It's always gonna be our bullpen though. Oh, Rolly roll back. Let's hear you roll back. He said, "I got an opponent." I'm gonna say who. He said he got an opponent. You can't see it, huh? Fuck. Let me turn down the light. You're right. Let me turn on the light. Yeah, I just still can't see it. Fuck. He said he got an opponent. Trust me. That's what he said. You can't see shit. Can't see it. He got an opponent, he said, though. I tell him who. No, I have to go. It's been 2 hours. Yes, I am. Check out my little primo Jonathan Thunder Navarro. For sure. Yes, yes, yes. And we can have him on. He got an Instagram? Let me look him up on Instagram. Justin Navarro? Jonathan Navarro. Jonathan Navarro. Okay, I see. Is that him? With Fury? Let me know so I can follow. Let's see. Make a Twitter thread of the best YouTube live comments. I am. Fuck. You guys gave me a lot to work with today. Oh my God. Julio Diaz is getting better. He is, but Diaz is not reliable. Floyd never fought Tito Trinidad or a solid. I mean, you can make that argument, but he beat all. He beat all the Mexicans. Let's see. $2 on 4 Oh, thank you so much. The whole one. I'm gonna send him this. I'm gonna send him that you said that. Oh, okay. I don't think I can tell you guys who his opponent is, but he'll like sue me if I tell you guys. Really don't play. I'm gonna show him this. I'm gonna show him that you said that people are ducking him. People in my live said people ducking you. You guys are stroking his ego. I tell them. I showed him Lefty. I showed him that you said that people are ducking him. They don't want to sign up for KOs. No one's ducking Rolly. Oh my God. You guys are not fucking with Mayweather, are you? No one ducking. No one's ducking Rolly. Who the fuck is that guy? No athletics in this house. Dodgers. Rolly doesn't want the Fortuna smoke. Good night, Boxing Fan 172. God bless you. Just because he. Dude, I still to this day tell him, and he's like, "You're mean to me." He's like, "You're fucking mean to me." And then the Dodgers tied. They're losing now. Or let me see. They're tied. They're tied now. They lost the. They better win. Lily, can you try an interview for Tuna? I would love to. I'm gonna reach out to him that we could talk all that shit. I'm gonna message him and see if I could do it. Tell Rolly he online right now. He would be mad at me probably. Nah, he's cool. Like Rolly's just all show. But I will message Fortuna. Okay, Thunder Navarro. Okay, maybe we can have Navarro on here too. That way he can tell us what's up. What y'all do over there? Oh my god, my kids just make a mess. Thunder Navarro. Oh, okay, he was the first one. Followed. Followed. Oh, oh my god, you guys are ruthless. You guys are ruthless. Let's see what he said. He said he wants another belt holder. He said it's true. I want another belt holder. Big Primo Carlos Zurdo de Oro Navarro gave Mayweather his amateur. Ooh, talk that shit. I have a plane ticket. I just don't want. I might not go because that undercard fucking sucks, and I'm not trying to go through turbulence with that shitty ass fucking undercard. Rolly versus Pitbull Torres. Pitbull Isaac. Ooh, Google it. I'ma Google it. Fuck yeah. But for reals, um, don't nobody believe in Google? Ain't nobody believe in Google? But let's leave. It's been 2 hours. So, you guys, thank you for being here with me and keeping me company on Sunday. I know I flip flop from like Sunday or Monday lives. It's always going to be one of the two because sometimes I get like shit to do on. I got shit to do on Mondays, or I'll work. And by the time I get from work home, it's like fucking 6 p.m. already because of traffic and I have to do a bunch of shit. So, thank you guys for being on here. Obviously, check out my interviews, all my interviews that I have on my channel. Tell you homies about, Xicana Boxing and how cool they are. Yes. And tell me like, oh, this bitch, she talks boxing and it's pretty awesome. So you guys should listen. Devin don't want to sign up for chaos either. Rolly talks so much shit about Devin Haney. And he told me that there's a clip of Devin Haney losing in TJ, but that like nobody wants to admit it. But that Devin Haney's dad paid off judges after they had already raised the other guy's hand in TJ. Can you please pick that up? But yes, we'll see. Dang, you're straight up brag. Go ahead, brag about it. Brag about it. Hopefully we can see them soon cuz that's Nike. Damn, that's a big ass flex, bro. That's big flex. Hopefully they get hooked up with shoes. But good night, everybody. Thank you again for being on here. I might go to the Canelo fight, I might not. I'll let you guys know for sure. As always, follow me on my social medias so that you guys can see if I am going or I'm not going to the cards. I'm definitely gonna try to be there at the Ruiz. I'm trying to go to the one May 15th here also at the Step Up Center or Dignity, whatever the fuck it's called nowadays. I'm trying to go to the Vegas one for the Ramirez. So yeah, follow me so you guys can see if I'm going and I'm not. Okay, so you guys just be good. You guys are awesome sauce, and I'll see y'all later. Okay.